Hello, hello, hello. You all come in, hit that like, hit the share button. I'm going to get straight to the point. I'm so excited. The crypto mining software that I've been telling you all about that mines crypto commodities is making some big moves today, right? So I had to hit the go live button to show you all the results in full time. And if you have read the caption correctly, yes, up 625% in 7 days. I always quote this quote. I have taken credit for the second half of it, but I will give the great Michael Jordan credit for the first half of the quote. And Michael Jordan quote goes like this, right? I called it MJ and Queen. I combine a quote together. And Michael Jordan said it this way, you all. You miss all of the shots, right? That you don't take. You miss all of the shots that you don't take. I say it this way when it comes to the cryptocurrency, the crypto world, crypto mining, which is digital software. You miss all of the investing gains that you do not make. You miss all of the investing gains that you don't make. People, this is about timing, timing, and timing, and people that I'm helping understand the shifts in the move of cryptocurrency, and the people that I'm helping to realize and understand that right now more than ever, the government is making quick and drastic decisions about the future of this economy. It's going to seem quick to a lot of people, but it's really not quick. They've been doing this. This plan have been set in place for years. And now we've come to a point where the time is right now. The time is right now to position yourself for prosperity. The time right now is for you to get into this wealth transfer as we change our financial system forever. People since 1971, the dollar had become dead. When President Richard Nixon, as they call him, Tricky Nixon, I won't say the middle part, remove the dollar from the gold standard. See, up to that point, people, money was able, cash, fiat, fake currency was able to be converted into what's real money, right? God's money, not government's money. And other countries could come from afar and bring the United States dollars in, not the citizens. Now, they made it illegal for citizens to have real money. In fact, during the Great Depression in 1933, they confiscated rich and wealthy citizens' ability to even have and own gold. Right? If you were caught with gold in the 1930s during the Great Depression, you were either given 10 years in jail or a $10,000 fine. And in some cases, people were given both. So they took the real money, they took the real wealth out of citizens' hands in 1930s, and they didn't educate anymore about what real money is. And this is why people working hard does not bring you a better financial life. Working harder will not make you richer. You have to work smarter. As Jim Rohn said, one of the famous philosophers during his time, and I love Jim Rohn, he didn't understand why people would fight for minimum wage. He said, why would you fight for minimum wage and plan on staying there? Why would you fight for minimum wage and plan on staying there when you can just do the things you have to do for your personal development, to transform your mindset, to transform your money, and get out of the minimum wage instead of staying there and fighting for something that you have a vision or desire to stay there for a long time. So don't fight for minimum wage. Let's just get out. Let's just rise above, right? And so with that being said, I'm going to show you all these cryptocurrencies. I've always been teaching and preaching that you want to get cryptocurrencies that are backed by real world commodities. You want cryptocurrencies that have God's wealth connected to it. You want cryptocurrencies, you all, that again, we use on a daily basis, that's usable on a daily basis, that we consume every day. Why? Because that will always give you the advantage of having real world assets. That would always give you an advantage of supply and demand. I also teach that in the summertime, you sell your ice. In the wintertime, you sell wood, and a great reset and a reset of our financial system where cash will no longer be the global reserve currency. And guess what? Even if it continues to remain the global reserve currency, it is losing its purchasing power. As my grandmother used to say, a dollar does not stretch as long as it used to due to inflation, due to increasing of rising pricing. So let me share my screen. I'm so excited about these gains. For those who follow me and take action, I know you are excited as well. I am excited for you. And this is why I also teach that money is spiritual. Money is spiritual. It's not about what I can do for me. It's about what I can do for myself and others. So I'm so happy for those who follow me, those who took action, those who are getting their gains today. Congratulations to you. Now, these two cryptocurrencies are up 66% on today. Drip. Drip is again providing fresh water, drinking water, drilling water wells to third world countries and states like Mississippi, like Flint, Michigan, that have water crisis, and they don't have clean drinking water. We also have DCM. DCM is the mining project that makes it more user friendly, that's leaving its carbon footprint in the world, a carbon neutral project that is mining Bitcoin. This is up 78%, and Drip is up 66% on today. Again, for those who purchase, as my portfolio value is total at six figures, but for those who follow advice, for those who have their gains for you, I am so happy for you. And I'm so happy that you took affirmative action. Tony says he's happy as well. Thank you, Tony, for tuning in. And thank yourself. Take some time today, Tony, and those who may watch the replay, who took time to invest in the most valuable asset that there is, which is you, which is yourself. Oftentimes we forget to invest in us, the most valuable commodity that God created. And so we have these licenses that are giving a high upside potential for those who made a one time, once in a lifetime, because the drip license right now, the Clean Water Project, producing wells through tokenomics on the blockchain, through blockchain technology, it's on sale right now for $500. So this is a once in a lifetime opportunity purchase, because right now the DCM is sold out. It went on sale for $750, I believe. It sold out. Imagine what Drip is going to be once that $500 opportunity is sold out as well. And this is a minimum of 10 years of providing you perpetual profits, continuity cash flow, lifetime income, a minimum of 10 years, a minimum of 10 years, right? Of making a once in a lifetime purchase, people, for a lifetime perpetual profits and income producing opportunity through the blockchain network, and through these commodities that are representation of real wealth. I tell you all the time in the crypto world that if it's not backed up, it's probably made up, right? If it is not backed up, it is probably made up. Miss Howard says, hello, Queen. Hello, Queen. Yes, these crypto commodities. I'm so happy that you got in as well, and much appreciated. I am so happy for you. I believe money is very much a spiritual energy, and that it is my purpose on this earth to help others walk into their wealthy place. right? As the Bible says, you know, maketh you rich and add no sorrow with it, right? Make you rich and add no sorrow with it. That's for the people with the belief system that people that have riches and wealth are always depressed or oppressed. No, not everybody that's rich and wealth fights depression or oppression, right? Not everybody that's rich and wealthy are miserable. In fact, I know some people that are not rich and wealthy that's miserable. I know some people that's living paycheck to paycheck that's miserable. I know some people that cannot pay their bills or afford gas to transport themselves to work that's miserable. I know some people that would like to live a better life, that would like to have a better neighborhood so their children can go to school, that would like to do as the Bible says, to pass on generational wealth to your children's children. That means your great grands, but they're not positioned for that. I know some people that would like to splurge on the weekend and just have a fine 5-star meal, but they cannot afford that. So if you don't think money cannot make you happy, or at least it can provide you with moments of happiness and memories of happiness, then try to enter a recession without it, and you'll see. You will see. So, what these cryptocurrencies, I showed you all the screen. I showed you all the gains that's happening right now live. They are backed by real world commodities. I've been teaching you all about OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. They are fighting for higher oil prices. This is why I'm so happy and glad that I have cryptocurrency that's backed by crude oil and oil, aka black gold. So they're fighting for higher gas prices. I mean, higher oil prices, seeking new members. They have to be substantial. They have to have similar goals. This is what I'm seeking for people that have similar goals as I do, that you want to walk in your wealthy place while you're on earth, right? We're not waiting until we transition to walk on streets of gold. No, we're doing it while we're on earth, right? The highest heaven belongs to the Lord, the earth he has given unto mankind. So this is how I mentioned very clearly. So OPEC have nowhere to go but up. OPEC currently have 13 members who make up about 30% of the market. So together they control capacity, production, and supply to keep prices of oil elevated, you all. So they are working to keep prices higher now. So that means if you have cryptocurrency, black gold, right, which I can show you again on the screen that I do in tokenomics, then you are happy that OPEC is fighting right now to keep crude oil higher, right? To keep gas and crude oil higher. You won't be the one at the pump come this fall or this winter, because like Game of Thrones, winter is coming, people. Winter is coming. And so you won't be the one that at the gas pump, or cannot afford your utility bills, or cannot afford gas, right? And so, 4 reasons to expect higher energy prices in the second half of 2023. Yes, that's this year. And 2023, the energy commodities. This is why I'm so glad again I am connected to energy commodities. Crude oil, gasoline, heating oil. I have natural gas, crypto. You can too. Just text CC to 331-444-5556. So ethanol, all of these commodities asset class are on the down. They were on the downside the first half of this year with a 14.44% loss. There's the number 4 there. Number 4 represents physical creation, right? The biblical number 4 represents physical creation. Jesus had 4 types of soil, or he taught on 4 types of soil in the Bible. There were 4 earthly kingdoms mentioned in Daniel 7:3. There are 4 seasons: winter, spring, summer, and fall. There are four directions. This is where we get the word news: north, east, west, and south. Four directions, right? Four stages of leadership. You have local experts, you have area leaders, you have heroes from afar, and you have living legends. Four elements that make up the earth, which is dirt, air, wind, fire, and water. Four elements that make up the earth: air, wind, fire, and water. So when you see four, right, and I tell people there's four obstacles that's stealing your wealth. Number one, taxes that come out of your paycheck. Number two is debt. When you use debt in the incorrect way to buy things that take money away from you versus using debt to buy assets that will add money to you, right? And then you have big businesses like Amazon, Costco, Sam's, right? The big businesses, Target, Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, they've raised their prices, right? And cause your dollar to purchase less and less. And they take out the smaller businesses, small business owners. And then you have inflation. So for physical creation in the earth realm. So with the 14.44% loss in the first half of this year, people, we're going to see another increase on commodities. That includes the clothes you wear and the foods that you purchase. Just beginning of this year, we was talking about how high the price of eggs were. So traditional commodities, energy commodities, are at a level where they are finding support, but they are about to reset. I also been telling you all that we're going to see a food shortage of crops. In Brazil, they've lost thousands of cattle in Brazil. In fact, in Texas, it was over 18,000 cattle lost due to heat, right? This is before we even went into this season, this area where we have heat issues right now, right? And so now July the 4th, they're reporting July the 4th is the highest um, temperature recorded worldwide, across the world, with the highest collaborative heat index of temperatures recorded ever in history with the heat index. So we're definitely going to have a crop shortage going into the fall. In Kansas right now, they have a wheat shortage. There's a corn shortage. Corn is used to produce fuel and food for cattle. This is why I have these grow cryptocurrencies as well, that's backed by high yielding agriculture. Over 10,000 acres of land for grow, right? And it's high yielding agriculture. It is supported by mangroves, by soybeans, rice, wheat, cocoa beans, where you get cacao. Also, so is plant-based medication, meaning that it's supported by herb and marijuana health. Most people prefer plant-based. The Bible says, I have given you every seed-bearing fruit. The key word in that is seed, and every herb for your health and your healing. So there's many people who prefer herbal healing versus prescription plant-based medication. So marijuana, hemp, and it's all supported under this high yielding agriculture, right? Mangroves, they help with tornado weather, hurricane weather. They also provide, or they reduce carbon dioxide in the air. They reduce carbon dioxide in the air. You find these in areas like Haiti, like Florida, right, that have reputation for hurricane, tornado type weather. To combat the high winds, is all supported under this grow high yielding agriculture. And then we have black gold, again, that's digital to linked crude oil on the blockchain, right? Blockchain technology is the best technology in my opinion. I know we're going to have quantum technology coming in as well, but as of right now, blockchain technology is the best investment or best way to grow your cash right now. We have debt. Again, this is the utility token. This is equivalent to or equal to getting into Ethereum or Binance BNB Smart chain token when it was just $13, right? When it was just $13. And so you have this, right? This is my total mining. My name, my name in my back office is Millionaire Moves. If you see it in the backdrop, that's what I mean. Why? Because it operates like a magic purse, or for my men on here, the magic wallet. Also, with the Grow token, you can purchase Kush, again, plant-based healing and medication versus prescription-based. But it's like the magic purse, the magic wallet. As you take out, when needed and as needed. I'm not selling right now, especially when it's pumping like this at an all-time high. But when you take out when needed and is as needed, it is automatically DCM. You all just went up 93% the time of this recording. Again, if you're not in, text CC to 331-444-5556. You cannot find these cryptos on Coinbase. You cannot find them on Binance. You cannot find them on crypto.com. These are exclusive only membership, right? Says just joining in. Notice the date equaling 777. Whoa. You want to get me on prosperity numbers, huh? Or prophecy numbers or Bible numbers. I'll break down 777 for you. Let me finish this train of thought. Let me get my notes out too, so I can recall it correctly. But 777, is divine transition. And that's where we are right now. We are in a divine transition. On the seventh day, Jesus rest. That word rest does not mean to lay down and take a nap or to take a sleep, right? For temporary recovery. That word rest means to bankrupt. Do your due diligence, do your research, dig deeper. The Bible is meant to be decoded. The word rest, as you brought up 777, I might as well pause for a minute and get on into it, means to bankrupt, to reset people. And this is what we're experiencing right now, the great reset. Psalm chapter 7 brings perfect order. Perfect order. The mystery of God, it is finished. So Genesis 1, beginning with Genesis 1, and it takes you the 6 days of creation. But it tells you the earth in the first beginnings of Genesis in those chapters was void, and there was darkness upon the earth. And the spirit of Elohim moved upon the waters because the earth was dark and void. So we know that there was something before Genesis 1. Right? And so the first 6 days, the number 6 means finish, a finale. Some people say it means complete, but no, it does not. The number 9 means to complete. Just like when a woman is carrying a baby in her 9th month, right? The symbol of finality, of a completeness. That's when the baby is considered in the 9th month to be healthy, to be fully developed, right? And so 9 is the number of completeness. Jesus died on the 9th hour of the day, the symbol of finality or purpose, right? 9 fruits of the Spirit represents the fruits of the Holy Spirit, holiness of the soul. 9, again, is the number of completion. 1111 is also the number of wealth transfer, but also a number of chaos and confusion and a new era. A new era coming in. 9 is a pioneering number. 6 is a number of finality. In Genesis, it tells you on the 6th day, it was finished. What was it? The work that God had did to implement and bring in and usher in this new earth. It was finished. But the 7th day, the divine transition from whatever the old earth was to this new earth was bankrupt and finalized. That's why bankruptcy stays on your credit report for 7 years. And then after 7 years, it's wiped off. It's able to be removed legally, right? Legally. So then we have 7, again, divine transition. And this is where we are, people, as the government right now. 7 also, as you march around the walls of Jericho, if you believe in biblical numbers for prophecy and prosperity, you walk around the walls of Jericho 7 times, and your Jericho, your divine transition, your judgment day, your deliverance, rest to reset, it comes falling down, because 7 is a time of transition. 6 is a number of natural. 6 represents the natural realm. When you add 1 to 6, it represents the spiritual, right? You add 1 to 6 and it represents the spiritual. So that's on the 777. My question is, when you all see numbers, or when other people see numbers, do you act on those numbers? When I see numbers, especially 1111, oftentimes I'm investing. Oftentimes I invest. When I see repeating numbers, oftentimes I take the information that I'm learning and I do the implementation, right? You can't be so consumed with information that you forget or you disregard acting and doing the implementation. See, the Bible says, and all of you are getting to get an understanding. It says to get wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. This is the thing. Most people don't understand that they have to take action. They want the wisdom. Oh, yes, give me the wisdom, give me the knowledge. My friend guy calls it intellectual masturbation. Give me the wisdom, give me the knowledge. I want to be the smartest person in the barbershop, or the smartest person in the boutique, or the smartest person on the church pew, right? I want to be able to debate. But debating only without the correct corresponding action, again, faith without works, faith without the correct corresponding action, once you get the information, is dead, it's worthless. So with that being said, you all, we have DCM. This is live, in person, up 93%. Again, as I say all the time, the great Michael Jordan say, you miss all of the shots you do not take. I'm adding my piece to it, my quote. Queen, you miss all of the investment gains that you don't make. But it's still time now. As I said, you can still get in at a once in a lifetime price with drip that's up 86.19%. And it came out at $7,500. People right now, it's available for $500. While supplies last. While will be a commodities war. Do you think the United States and China is just, at war with each other, these OPEC countries? Do you think BRICS is breaking away from the United States for no reason? No, it's about their commodities. BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, Saudi Arabia, South Africa. They are telling the United States that we will no longer give you all our commodities, our real world wealth, for your monopoly money, for your depreciating cash. See, when President Nixon removed cash from the gold standard, right, is no longer supported by real money or real commodity, then the United States said we have to have a commodity back in this. And that's when it was known as the petrodollar. Because then they went to Saudi Arabia and forcefully made Saudi Arabia back it by its oil, by the crude oil. Well, guess what? Saudi Arabia is not doing that anymore. Saudi Arabia is joined with Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. So we're not giving you our crude oil anymore for your worthless cash that has no value. See, cash has a purpose, no doubt. It doesn't have value. Cash is necessary, no doubt, but it does not have value. Just because something is a necessity does not make it valuable. Yes, you need cash, at least in your bank account or in your hand to get your groceries, to get your gas, right? It's a necessity, people, but it's not valuable. It does not increase in value. And so what do you do? Because as I told you, hard work does not equivalent to financial freedom. And guess what? Being debt free does not mean you're financially free. You don't believe me? Go and talk with a homeless person. If hard work equal financial freedom, then the slaves would have been rich. The people that work 40 hours, 80 hours a week would be rich. Hard work does not equal financial freedom. It's smart work. It's taking your cash and putting it into assets. It's doing something smarter with your money. It's having a vision that's bigger than yourself. It's having a desire to pass on generational wealth and making generational move. It's having a desire to play chess and not checkers. So again, I'm logging out. In fact, let me show you this clip real quick. Some other of my partners in the business or in this opportunity is doing a live stream. I'm gonna let you all um, listen in on this emergency live stream that they conducted as well, so that you can hear someone else's opinion. But again, if you're ready to position yourself for prosperity and the greatest wealth transfer that this generation has ever experienced, text CC to 331-444-5556. Again, in the crypto world, if it's not backed up, it's probably made up. Connecting real world wealth, tangible assets on blockchain technology will be the wisest decision you can ever make for yourself and your economy, because people, this economy going into the fall of this year is not getting any better. In fact, unfortunately, it's going to get worse. However, after every great progress, there's always digress. After every great pump in the market or economy, there's depression. It's recession. Everything has to reset itself. Even the earth had to reset itself in Genesis. So you're going to be like the 5 foolish version or the 5 wise in the Bible. We have the number 10. I'm on my numbers today, right? I'm on my numbers today. Let's go. You see 11 in the background too. The number 10 represents balance. The 10 commandments. They give you 5 things to do in the natural, 5 things to do in the spiritual. You have 5 fingers and 5 toes for balance. Don't believe me, lose one of them. Have to give them one of them amputated. So in the Bible, it talks about 5 foolish and 5 wise. They carried their lamps. And at midnight, when the bridegroom came, the 5 foolishness was out of oil. Notice that oil is a commodity as well. Your lamp, the lamp representation is the natural mind. The oil is representation of the spiritual mind, the 5 foolish and 5 wise. The foolish could not receive more than they were vibrating to. Let me say that again. The 5 foolish people. That's why lottery winners don't keep their winnings for long. That's why people that want to get in crypto today and have a Lambo by next week, they don't keep their wealth long. That's why people that don't work on their personal and spiritual development, their wealth leaves them. The Bible says a fool and his money will soon depart. I didn't say that. The Bible said it. I'm just in agreement with it. So the foolish they could not receive more than they're vibrating to. What are you vibrating to? If your money just sitting in the bank and not making you more money, my question to you is why? Why? Why, when prices are raising every day with inflation? Why, when we have Fed coin is going to be released July 20th, between the 20th and the 30th, which is the central bank's technology that's going to usher in having the government's central bank's digital currency come in. You may not even be able, when your banking systems switch to digital currency, to even get Bitcoin and these crypto commodities, and definitely not real sound tangible money like silver and gold. Because at that point, it's going to be approved or disapproved what you can and cannot purchase with your own money that you get up and work for. Yes, that's how much power the central bank's digital currency is going to have. So let me show you this. And I'm going to log off. Position yourselves for prosperity in the greatest wealth transfer in human history.
Owning the node. You know what I mean? And you owning that node, whether you get a full node or whether you get micro nodes, but keep accumulating these nodes because they're going to pay you every single day for the rest of your life. And there's tens of millions of dollars that are coming in, all right, to add value to that token, in addition to the tokenomics adding value to the token because the supply of token is constantly reducing. So laws of supply and demand. And this is why we get so excited, especially with projects like DCM. Where not only that, but we have Bitcoin mining is eco-friendly and everything, right?
So before we move on to DCM, I want to drop a Don DeMarco to Jason and the debt crew. We're going to celebrate here. A little Richard's Rainwater. This is my last one. I've been saving it till we hit the all-time high. So
nice.
Sound of making money while you sleep.
Yeah. For those who don't know, we're getting paid from Richard's Rainwater, which is that can that is collected from rainwater that Mike is, open up his last can there. So not only is, he, drinking some, rainwater, but he's actually getting paid when he buys that bottle because we're getting royalty checks from Richard Rainwater and the bottling distribution with the Bev node. So that's exciting.
It's just pure genius, guys. If you haven't seen the video of us in Mississippi, you got to go back and watch it, where Jason explains, how they're literally getting more roofs. Like I remember Ricardo made the joke that we need more roofs.
Yeah.
And Jason's like, yep, we got them. We got the school, we got the airport, some other businesses. So again, guys, this is just absolutely genius.
Yeah, it is.
What they have done and really tokenized assets is what they've done.
That's what I've been trying to tell people. We're blazing the trail. We're setting the standard, like with the layer 1 debt chain that's coming, and people being able to actually have a way to tokenize their restaurant. Like right now, if you have a business, if you're a business owner, get excited because you're going to be able to tokenize your business. Okay. That's what the layer 1 debt chain is going to be able to do. Okay. Whatever business you have, if you want to tokenize your business, tokenize assets on the blockchain, that's what the debt box is doing, leading the way.
So Ricardo, you sent this to me today. So why don't you go ahead and walk people through, what you're learning from Jason and the Debt Tokenomics group and why this got you excited?
Yeah. So one of the things that, we do, folks, we like to stay plugged in. We like to get as much information and validation and verification that we can. And one of the greater ways to do that is be inside of the Telegram group. Okay. So there's a Debt Tokenomics Telegram group. And the reason you want to be in that Telegram group, because one of the co-founders, Jason Anderson, is in there literally every single day asking questions and also giving insight on the projects and where he sees a lot of the opportunity is. And today he posted that DRIP and DCM will both and could be well over $3 by the end of the year. Okay. So you understand something, that there's information that we have, and then there's information that he has, and he can't always let everybody know all the information that he has. But based on the information that he has, he can foresee that these tokens being in the dollar price range by the end of the year. Okay. And why is that? The reason that's so exciting and why it's, probable is because one thing you have to realize that these tokens are not contingent upon people buying them to go up in value. These tokens are not contingent upon BlackRock getting in or a central bank getting in or influencers or celebrities. Literally, these tokens are
I have to pause. I have to pause on them. I just checked my phone, right, as we're live streaming. This is my crypto app on my phone. This is how you mine. I'm trying to get the glare out of it. You can mine it from your phone, or as you saw, I put it up on my laptop. It's at $32,517. I'm gonna show you live. 744% up in 7 days is right there. You can see the glare. I'm trying to 744. So we see the 7 double 44. People in the last 24 hours is up 108%. DCM is the crypto token that also will airdrop you Bitcoin. This is the license that through natural gas in a very eco-friendly way is mining Bitcoin. If you know about mining Bitcoin, you know it's very expensive. It uses a lot of electricity. This is why President Biden is doing the Go Green initiative in order to save the environment. They're saying that global warming and the reason why we're reaching these high index of our time is because of environmental issues, and we're not being friendly to the environment and we're polluting the environment. So doing it with a commodity, eco-friendly way, DCM that airdrops Bitcoin. Now, drip, he told you about rainwater. I went and got my bottle of rainwater as well, start drinking it. But drip provides purification water, even to hydrate crops. I told you out earlier, we're looking at a crop shortage as well. In the last 24 hours, you all, that's up 119%. What they just showed you on the screen is the person that's over these projects. You all, this just hit 111. I hope you all see that right. I'm trying to get away from that glare. It just hit 111.07% in 24 hours. So if you're watching this live in the replay, come on now, put 111 in the comment. You got to push that 111. Deuteronomy 1:11, may the Lord thy God, the God of our ancestors, bless you 1,000 times more. Deuteronomy 11:11 talks about land possession. Joshua 1:11, prepare your provision so that you may possess the lands. Right? Genesis 1:1, in the beginning, God created. 11:11 is a creative mindset. Genesis 11, the people had another creative mindset. I told you, you can only, right, raise up to the level that you are vibrating to the level that your mindset would allow you to adjust to receive. Whatever your mind believes is what the mind will receive. Genesis 11, the people said, we want to be on a different vibration. We want to be on a different frequency. So they built a tower, and the gods came down and said, hey, we got to stop this. It's not their time. It's not their season, right? We cannot have them on a different frequency, right? Foolish people, the 5 foolish virgins and the 5 wise virgins, they cannot receive more than they are vibrating to. So Genesis 11, people, we are at Genesis 11 right now. We are at that frequency change when it comes to your money and finances and the economy. Now we're at Genesis 11, the people were separated and divided, right? Because it was not their time. Now all languages and people will be in collaboration through blockchain technology. What's the fastest way to send money across the world right now would be for you to get on a jet, like large sums of money. I'm not talking about $10. Would be for you to get on a jet and physically fly that money over. Other than that, wiring money could take 3 to 5 business days. That's too slow. Business right now is moving at the speed of light. In fact, Les Brown said, it's no longer brick and mortar. People, it's click and order. It's click and order. 9/11 represented, 9/11 came, the Twin Towers, right? There was also plane number 777, the Boeing, buried underneath the rubbles of the Twin Towers, even though 11 can represent chaos and confusion, like the Tower of Babel. Ezekiel 11 represents judgment, wickedness, and the promises that God will restore Israel. But it also represents, look at my 111s in the building. Y'all do that thing then. Do that. Send that frequency here. Do that. You know, get my vibration up. I appreciate that, right? But also underneath the rubble of the Twin Towers, 500 million of physical, tangible. You can go Google this, fact check this. Physical, tangible, silver and gold. But also it represents a wealth transfer simultaneously at the same time. In fact, John 11:11 said, Lazarus is asleep, but I am here to wake him up. I am here, and you happen to catch this live stream because my mission is to wake you up as well, to awaken you. Deuteronomy 11:11 talks about land possession as well, not just Deuteronomy 1:11 and Joshua 1:11. So people, there's a wealth transfer. And this is the greatest economic shift of money in our lifetime. My question to you is, will you position yourself? Will you take advantage of this? What will you tell your children and your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, that you were doing the greatest financial transfer of all times? What are you going to tell your children and grandchildren you were doing? Oh, I went on vacation to wherever. I decided to work a second job versus convert my cash to outpace inflation. Or you're going to tell your children, I was a boss and I did boss moves and I did millionaire moves. And I decided to put my cash, right? Look at my 111s. I decided to put my cash into crypto and into this new blockchain technology. Because you know what? During the dot-com bubble in the 90s, you might have missed out on the new internet phase where you could have invested in Amazon. You might have missed out when you could have invested in Apple. You might have missed out when you could have invested in Time Warner, right? All of these dot-com companies. But you don't have to miss out now. You missed out on the internet phase. People, we are in the 4th industrial revolution. I told you number 4 represents physical creation. You may have missed out then, but you do not have to miss out now. You might miss out after 2008. And speaking of Bitcoin, when it was released in 2009. But see, this is why I don't really emphasize Bitcoin, even though I am holistically a Bitcoin holder. But I got in, even though I got in late, I got in when it was $3,000, right? If someone right now, for example, puts $1,000 into Bitcoin at $30,000 just to have one Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin hits 100,000, that $1,000 will only come out to about $3,250 because some people didn't get in at the ground floor opportunity. They didn't get in when it was at its lowest USD price point. But when you get in these crypto commodities for pennies on the dollar, you have so much massive potential upside. When I was a child, we used to play a game with my cousins and my sisters that says, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Well, this is a good way to take 15 cents and make $100 because of the timing that you're getting in at. You're getting more bang for your buck, per se. You're getting more meat on the bones, per se. So yes, I love Bitcoin, which is already deemed a commodity. I love Ethereum, which is already deemed a commodity. But Ethereum, just like 1 ounce of gold right now, is at $2,000. So if you only have $10,000, you can only get 5 Ethereum or 5 ounces of gold. $2,000 in these crypto backed by real world commodities can get you almost 30,000 tokens. And I tell people it's about coins. How many tokens can you get? How many coins can you get? Not how much money you have to put in it. So you can get the highest amount of return for capital gains. I would rather have 1,000 Bitcoin, for example, 1,000 Bitcoins, than to have $1,000 to put in a $30,000 Bitcoin. Because guess what? $1,000 does not even get me 1 Bitcoin. So you have to look at your financial situation and do what makes financial sense for you. You need to put your money where you can get the most out of your money to maximize your money, right? If that makes sense. So let me finish playing this, right? And then more things happen. And I'm making money while I'm live streaming. I'm making money while I'm asleep. I'm making money if I'm on my feet, even if you're still working a job. Listen, I still work a job. Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, talks about the cash flow quadrant and the 4 ways you can earn money. It's in my backdrop. You see the E, S, B, and I. You earn money as an employee, as a sole proprietor or self-employed, right? 1099 independent contractor. You earn money in big business as a big business owner, or you earn money as an investor. I'm an investor. I'm a part of a big business. I'm an employee. I'm self-employed. I'm a sole proprietor. I make earned income, I make passive income, and I make residual income, and I make investing income. But I don't work 2 jobs. I have multiple streams of income, but 2 jobs is not one of them. 2 jobs are for 2 people. And they tax you more when you do that. Also, however, if you need more money out of your paycheck, you can get an instant pay raise. To see if you qualify, visit millimoves.com. That's my website. Look that up. Some people, you need to find the money to invest, right? Like Jesus helped Peter find money to pay his taxes. You need to find money to invest. A lot of people, they go there, they put their W-2 in, their last 2 recent paychecks, and they work with experts to help see if you qualify. On average, people say from $300. I've had a married couple that brought in $1,400 back into their household by just doing that strategy of not being just an employee, but being an employee, right? Because when you completed your W-4, you may was just an employee at the time. But once you add this strategy and work with the experts, they will convert your Social Security into an EIN, and you'll get the 475 tax breaks. Now you can be taxed less out of your paycheck, and it's called an instant paycheck pay raise. You just submit your new W-4 to your human resources. Everybody's situation is different. Now, if you are already getting taxed a little out your paycheck, this not for you. If you're not getting highly taxed on federal taxes, because maybe your income is not high enough, that's not for you. But if you're getting highly taxed out your paycheck, that's also an option to find more money so you can have more money to put into crypto so it can grow expeditiously. Go to millimoves.com. So let's finish this up. Right. Rob said he's up. He's up. Rob is my longtime follower. I'm so glad you are up, Rob. I am so happy for you and proud for you as well. Thank you for rocking with me over the years. I appreciate you. And I'm so glad you invested in yourself.
Are benefiting from the commodities that we sell globally and them getting tens of millions of dollars every single month to add value to these tokens. Okay. And along with the tokenomics where the supply reduces and happenings and everything else, this is why it's very plausible. We don't need hype, we don't need hope, we don't even need massive amounts of people. These tokens have what they need mainly behind them, which is the commodity. Because if we know that, that's why we're in this project and buying more of these tokens and getting paid every single day in these tokens.
Yes, sir. And again, go ahead and make this make sense to everyone.
Yeah.
Ricardo, is when Jason, says the burning will continue year after year. I don't think they understand how scarce these tokens are going to get.
Yeah. 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 I mean, just like when you pulled up that chart, Mike, people just really have to understand the law of supply and demand, or holding on to something where there's less of it and you have more money chasing it, the price of that thing has to rise. And so when Jason says the burn will continue year after year, so understand something, that you're holding on something that every single year becomes more and more rare, more and more valuable. So at this point in time, when you really understand the halvening schedule, when you really understand what's providing the liquidity and where the tens of millions of dollars are going to be coming in every single month, year after year after year after year for these tokens, okay, at that point, you're deciding what you think is a good price to sell at, because literally the trajectory is higher. If you sell this year, the trajectory for the tokens are going to be higher for next year, and so on and so on. So, if you want to sell at, what we at, 35 cents, go ahead. There's some people who might want to sell at $3. There's some people who might want to sell at $30. There's some people who might want to sell at $300 per token and more. The difference in the person who sells at $3 or $300 or whatever is just time. That's it, folks. It's just time. That's the tokenomics. Let time work for you. Holding on to the right assets will change your life forever.
Time, tokenomics, and patience. Is that what we came up with the other day? I posted it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
But
time,
again,
tokenomics, and
most
patience.
people don't understand the tokenomics of the dollar, which is why they lose, because they're saving dollars. Well, they're creating more of them. So they're going to become worth less and less over time. We have the exact opposite. We have deflation, where the number of tokens is finite. And as time goes on, you get less and less of them, which makes them more and more valuable. So again, this is why we tell you guys all the time, stop measuring your wealth in dollars.
Yeah.
It is a guaranteed way to lose in life and wealth.
And pull that back up one more time, Mike, because I didn't really touch on the last two things that he said. So he said people are selling 7,000 tokens in one shot. Okay, so like right now, somebody's selling 7,000 tokens. And he's trying to explain to people that a license will only mine 700 tokens roughly a year. So you want to sell right now is not smart, okay? Without saying it so many words in so many ways. But, so he's like, they're selling 10 years worth of tokens for 2,000. Right? So this is the thing, folks. When you get these nodes and you start mining these tokens, just because it gets listed doesn't mean that's when you start selling. Especially when you have projects like this where their half-life, the first 2 months, 750 million tokens are distributed, and after that the output goes down. When you really understand what you're holding on to, you won't sell. You won't. If anything, you'll buy the dip and accumulate more.
Right.
Yeah.
And so let's look at the DCM chart. Let me pull that up.
Stupid. Good joke.
Now, I mean, usually when something hits an all-time high, it does come down.
Of course.
But the way these are and the way our ecosystem is, it might not. I'm not sure. It might just. I mean, somebody's smart and bought, $881.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of buys. It's like people finally kind of woke up to the value of these tokens. But I mean, look at this, Ricardo.
Yeah.
I mean, we were getting so many tokens throughout this time, and people who aren't educated were thinking, oh, this is just going to last forever. I'm going to sell some of these tokens so I can get dollars.
Yeah.
And they're selling for 5 cents.
And
then we have the halvening, and it just takes off. We're up to 39 cents right now. People still buying.
What multiplier is that, Mike, from where we were?
I'm horrible at math, but I mean, 5, 10, I don't know, 7, 8x, somewhere around there.
Wow. I mean, folks,
somebody asked me the other day, this guy texts me and says, hey, do you know some good crypto projects I can get into? I said, have you watched a video I've done all year? Like, do you think I'm just making this stuff up?
Right.
This token's 2 months old, guys.
Yeah.
And there's still people complaining about it, or they were like a week ago. Oh, DCM's only 5 cents. Bro, give it some time here. Have some patience.
Yeah. What Joe said.
Uncle Joe's got us.
Yeah,
He's got 618% in a
week. Okay, in a week. So this is the thing. If you have some intuition, okay, if you are intuitive and you hear us talking, and you understand.
Let me stop right there. Right. 618% in a week, when traditional crypto today, when I mean traditional, I just mean the whole other on coin market cap, it's taking a small, 4 or 5% dip, but it's in the red. However, these cryptocurrencies, again, it's not backed up, it's probably made up. That's backed by real world commodities, right? And it's not a big, it's just a little small dip today, but it's still in the red. And you're still not getting 618% in a week on your cash. Like, where do they do that at? Where you gonna find that at? 618% in a week? You know how big gains that is? I got people on this live stream right now that's up by the thousands. And again, I'm not your financial advisor, I'm not your fiduciary, but if you didn't watch 5 minutes, 10 minutes back, rewatch it. The man himself, the creator of these tokens, said, expect, now we're under pennies on the dollars, but it's predicted that it could very well be at $3 people by the end of this year. That's like less than 5 months away. 5 months and some weeks, to be exact. 5 months and some weeks. I'm excited. And again, DCM is sold out. Drip might sell out at $500. The regular price was $7,500. It's on sale right now for $7,000. So it might sell out, and it sell out fast. I'm pretty sure people are buying what they can. So if you're not in, or if you haven't bought more, if you have to get, I would get it. In fact, I purchased 2 more drip licenses before I hit this live stream button, because it was $500. That was only $1,000, right?
And what these projects are backed by, right? At that bottom, so there's probably some people who are smart enough that bought. But I'm telling you, most people don't understand the tokenomics. That's what it really comes down to. Because I mean, look at that time period, Mike. I mean, that's like if somebody put in 1,000 or 2,000. I mean, if they understood what this project is, we're talking about almost a 7x on your money. But I wouldn't sell then either. It's still too early for me.
And that's why I got to get around to doing this today. But again, guys, okay, so Ricardo gave you this play the other day.
Yeah.
Not too many people have taken advantage of the Explorer play. When you see a chart like this, guys,
oh my goodness,
you better get excited.
I'm almost more excited about that chart than the first 2 charts.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's cool and everything.
Now, Mike, you did it right, Mike. So show this chart and then go back to show DCM, and you're at that same point. We're at that same point. So if somebody feels like they missed it, when you go to no, No, the deck screener chart.
Yeah. I'm gonna get it so I can just go back and forth.
Yeah, I got you. Because we trying to educate here. We trying to really help people grasp the magnitude. So that whole time period where they're selling is just, you know, kind of the sideways trading. And at one point, right then and there, it takes off. Right?
Right at the halvening.
Right at the halvening. Now,
July 1st.
Okay, now we know the one thing about these projects is we know when the halvenings come. It's not like a mystery, right? We know the dates when the halvenings come. We know the burns and how to check how much was burned and what wall they went to. So when you see that, now imagine that. Now when Mike goes back to the Explorer chart, and you'll see right there we're at that point, because guess what? What is Explorer's halvening? I know aluminum's in October. 1st. Okay, October, and so you can anticipate that the amount of tokens for Explorer will be cut in half because there's a halvening. Now, what if, you know, history, you know, doesn't always repeat, but it might rhyme, right? You know, there are no guarantees with anything, but when Explorer does its halvening, it's probably possible that we could see yet a significant rise in the Explorer token. Now, do you want to get the Explorer token while it's rising, you know, while it's pumping, or do you want to get in it at the very bottom and accumulate as many of those tokens as you can to get ready for what, you know, we believe is another significant rise, like what we saw previously when we first got into Explorer, which it went up about 300-400%. And that's just Explorer. What you working on over there, Mike?
I'm running some math here.
I know.
Okay, so here's what we got for you guys. All right. Can you see that, Ricardo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe
so
zoom in.
Percentage.
You zoom in a little bit.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay. Percentage increase calculator. Okay. So all I did is I took Explorer. I even put it up a little bit because it's actually below 0.2 of a penny now, but I put 0.2. Okay. If it just goes back to its all-time high of 3.5 cents, that will be a 1,650% increase. So that means, Ricardo, because a lot of people don't understand what that means. That means if you bought $1,000 worth of Explorer tokens, and it hits its all-time high again, that $1,000 will turn into $16,500.
He's on fire. Where's it?
Okay, Shalandra, so that's for you. You say your DCM and drip micronodes overtook your Explorer Perpetual. Just hold on. Just hold on, honey. The halving is on its way. Just hold tight and keep letting that software get you more coins. Just hold on. Baby, it's gonna be hotter than Texas after a while in this market right here. It's gonna be hotter than Texas. Just hold on. The time is coming. Can I get DCM on X's? No, they're sold out. They're not available. And no, you can still get drip. It's on sale right now. It's performing just as well as DCM. But no, you cannot get that on X's. All you have to do is text 60. I don't understand, like, why would people not just follow the basic instructions to get it as a member? Right? What's so hard? Why we out? And then you come on my channel and get the knowledge and the information and see the gains, but you want to take a exit door and get it another way. I just said these are exclusive to members only. I'm loving it too. She said she's holding on. Texas hold them. I'm hodling too. I love it. I told you how you were going to be excited because not about this wealth transfer, because not everyone will suffer financially. There's going to be a wealth shift that people that take action and have the right mindset are going to be the wealthiest they've been in their lives. Not every reset for everyone will result in a depression, only for the people that don't take action.
Come on, Mike.
Sorry, I'm over here doing math. I can't do math, soundboard, and entertain.
No, that's fine. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. So this is the thing that.
So break that down, Mems.
Yeah, no, go ahead. No, I mean, because now obviously there's no guarantees with anything, you know what I mean? But the thing that gets us excited is that we know where the liquidity comes from. You know, we can check the blockchain. You know, we know when the halvening dates are coming in. I mean, even when we check the last halvening for Explorer, I mean the last burn, right? The last burn. And then I guess we'll show the aluminum chart too, because aluminum, yeah, aluminum is real sexy. Yeah, on aluminum.
Yep, because that's another October burn.
That's another October halvening that's coming in aluminum. Okay,
and this is why you want to run with the runners, right, guys? Is we could, I mean, yeah, we are here celebrating, you know, hitting all-time highs in DCM and drip, but hold on, Ricardo, take over for a minute. I gotta get my door.
I got you. Yeah, so while we here celebrating all-time highs in drip and DCM, you know what I'm saying, we also want to help people see where the next opportunity is, because drip and DCM probably will, you know, rise a little higher than where it is right now. It's getting some sell pressure right now because, you know, nothing goes straight up, and you don't want it to go straight up. Okay, you want natural market, you know, fluctuation. So it'll go up, you know, it went up what, 3, you know, we would say 6x or something like that. That's a lot in 24 hours. So you should expect some selling. You should expect a new support. The most recent all-time high should now be the support. So you might see some, and then you know, it has to do its thing. Nothing just goes straight up. Ain't just gonna keep going straight up, straight up, straight up. Somebody gonna sell. Okay, people gonna start selling. But when you understand the tokenomics, when you understand the liquidity, when you understand the burns and the halvening, that's get really exciting. So when we're looking at right now with drip and DCM, it's like, yo, a lot of people are gonna be so fired up and excited. They were like, yo, I caught the Runners live show when y'all were talking about aluminum and y'all were talking about Explorer, while 2 of your other projects were hitting all-time highs. You were letting me know, right, about the next big opportunity in your project for me to be able to, you know, possibly experience some gains in my crypto portfolio, right? That's huge. So I mean, this is and folks, I'm so fired up and excited. We didn't even get into the news that's going to be released today and over the weekend that Jason talked about in the Telegram group. I'm gonna see if I can find kind of what he was saying. I should have sent that to you.
So we're looking at a 900% increase with aluminum. So Explorer is the better play right now if you're looking for how much percentage will it go up if it gets back to its all-time high, because Explorer is lower in value, in price right now, and its all-time high was higher. And I think there's going to be a lot more money, or the what do we call them?
The
royalties.
Royalties. Yeah,
there'll be a lot more royalties coming in with Explorer, because that's getting profit from every place.
Yeah.
And actually, what was the burn?
Yeah, the burn for aluminum and Explorer. No, not your first page. I think it was the.
Oh yeah, this is the old one.
No, yeah, that's the old one.
So they're about equal now.
Yeah, what does it say for aluminum? I can't. Oh, 12 million.
12.9 and 12.5. So they're about equal now.
About $13 million they took last month. Yeah, and bought these tokens and sent them to a burn wallet. So like I said, folks, we got tens of millions of dollars that are constantly coming in, or millions of dollars constantly coming in to burn these tokens, which means they're reducing the supply of tokens. The more the tokens become reduced in supply, the more valuable the tokens that are in circulation. And then the more money that comes in to buy them, that pushes up the price, and there's continuing to be less tokens available, the price rises. And so that's why we get excited about the halvenings that are coming up for aluminum and Explorer.
So for those who have aluminum and Explorer, don't forget those halvenings are coming out. Much like Bitcoin is having its halvening beginning March, April 2024. What generally happens after months after Bitcoin halving, roughly 6 to 12 months, up to a year, is that Bitcoin then meets and exceeds its all-time high again, right? And it rises all other altcoins. But this bull run, you all, is not going to be for meme coins. It's not going to be for those coins that have no utilities, no real world use cases. This bull run, right? And you want to get as many tokens as you can in preparation for the bull run coming in 2024 after March and April of the Bitcoin halving. This bull run is going to raise all other cryptos that have real use cases, have AI technology, and are backed by commodities. So with that note, I'm logging off. You want to get in, text CC. Again, you have aluminum and XPR having going on as well that's coming up. The same tokenomics as Bitcoin, having these halvings, cutting the supply and demand, right? You know anything about growing your money, you must put your money in places where the supply will be short and the demand will be high, so your money can grow high as well. So again, my last call, text CC. We also have a Super Saturday, so you go ahead and get started today. You can definitely be a part of that. We have private Facebook group, we have private training, private Zooms to give you more education and support for this as well. I will be your personal coach whenever I do my private Zooms. I'll help get you started and set up. But you're mining and you accumulate tokens with real world commodities right from your cell phone and or your laptop. And it is backed by real world wealth, right? So text CC to 331-444-5556. Make sure you are subscribed to me on YouTube, Crypto Queen 1111, right? Crypto Queen 1111. Make sure you are subscribed to me on YouTube. And people, as they would say on the runners live stream, lace up and let's get wealthy. Queen out.